Hey guys, welcome to Black Geek Cool. My name is Gershawn. In today's video, we're reviewing Black Panther. Yes, super late. I know it's super late. Let that go. Hit me in the comments, tell me how late I am. But it's going to be a spoilers review because I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it by now because it's made a buttload of money. So let's get into it. First of all, I gave the movie 5 Komodo beads out of 5. It's an awesome movie. It's amazing. It's amazing from storytelling elements, from character development elements. It's really good. It does not so well with action. Like the action scenes weren't that great for a Marvel movie. Marvel has kind of set themselves apart from action, having good action scenes in their movies. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed in the action scenes in Black Panther. But everything else I was amazed by, from the story, from the characters, to the supporting cast, from the visuals. Well, let's be real about the visuals. It was not as great as you would think. It was kind of dark at times. The CGI was a little bit bad here and there, but for ultimately, it was good. It was good. I'll give it A minus visual for visual effects. But let's get into a little bit of the story of Black Panther. So, this is Black Panther's first solo movie after he was introduced in Civil War. T'Challa is going back to Wakanda to be crowned. I'm not gonna even edit that out. He's going back to Wakanda to be crowned king of Wakanda since his dad died. If you didn't see Civil War, why are you even watching Black Panther? Time out. I know why you're watching Black Panther, because it's Black Panther. But if you didn't see Civil War, T'Challa's dad dies in Civil War. So I love the way it started out. The movie started out in Oakland, and T'Challa's dad, T'Chaka, is going to see his brother, and his brother's like a sleeper agent. So he's a sleeper agent. He's in the United States, and Wakanda sends out sleeper agents just to see what the other world is doing. He is talking to his brother, trying to find out. He's kind of like seeing if he's gonna come out and tell him, but he was like, "Hey, how does dude get this vibranium? How did he know where to go to get this vibranium?" Which he's talking about Claw, which his brother's like, "Okay, yeah, I told him where to get it, but we need to help our people out here in the United States, are pretty much all the black people around the world, because they don't have the resources we have in Wakanda, and it's our duty to help our people because they've been over criminalized, over drugged, and they need help." So he was basically there trying to help his people, which I can commend that, but that's not the Wakandan way. Wakandan way is take care of Wakanda first. So T'Chaka ends up killing his brother, which I don't even know dude's name, but Sterling, I forgot the actor's name. He plays him. He did a pretty good job. Like, it was a quick scene, but you felt the emotion in that scene. So after they got Nikita, they were heading back to Wakanda, and they're flying through the force field of Wakanda has to protect it from the outside world. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, in that moment I cried. I had a tear roll down my eye. It was a beautiful little moment when Okabe was like, "We're home, my prince." It was a very emotional moment for some odd reason, and I cried at that moment. I might have cried 2 more times in this movie, but that was the first time I cried in this movie. And no Marvel movie has ever made me shed tears of overwhelming joy. Like, it was just so much joy in my heart in that moment. It was beautiful. But as they come back to Wakanda, he lands, and this is the first time you get introduced to Shuri and I forget his mom's name. Well, the actress Angela Bassett. So this is the first time you get introduced to them. And brother sisters have a little bond where they joke with each other, which is cool. And Shuri seems like a real cool character. She's really awesome in this. Like, she steals the show at times. Like, she really steals the show at times in this. Shuri is like an amazing character in herself. I can't wait to see more of her. I'm gonna see it in Infinity War, but I can't wait to see more of her. She's a great character, and like they did a great job casting her. I don't know the actress. I heard she's on Black Mirror, which I still need to check out. I know I still need to check that show out. Everybody says it's great, so I need to check that out. But after T'Challa comes back and meets Shuri, Shuri goes off, and they have a little. I think she flipped him off, and his mom's like, "Don't you?" It's like, "I'm sorry, mother." It's funny. This movie is really funny in a lot of parts. Like it's not overwhelming like Marvel. Most Marvel movies are like too jokey. It balances itself out very well within the story, within character development. It tells you a joke when it's time to tell you a joke, and it works. So after T'Challa comes back, he gets ready for the Warrior Falls. I forgot what the ritual is called, but this is a ritual to see if anybody wants to challenge him for the crown. And everybody else kind of is like, yes, T'Challa, you are going to be king. We're fine with you, king. We're not challenging you. And there's 5 tribes that make up Wakanda. And, I don't know. Is it called Ubaku? I know Ubaku is the leader of the ape tribe. And he's the one that ends up challenging T'Challa. And this fight was pretty good. Like, it was very, like, the Warrior Falls, that moment when they fly into it, it's just so colorful and beautiful to see the Warrior Falls and the tribes come together in their ceremonial, I don't want to say outfits, and I can't think of the word. But they all came during the ceremony, all wearing their tribal colors, and it looked amazing. Visually, it looked beautiful to watch that. It was a beautiful moment to watch that. So M'Baku challenges T'Challa, and which is becoming a meme. Forrest Whitaker, who is T'Challa's like, what's it called? Advisor. There we go. His wise advisor has to mix this bowl to take away the Black Panther's strength. And there's a couple people made memes of him, and those memes are good. They're hilarious. But T'Challa gets the Black Panther strength taken away, and he ends up starting to fight M'Baku. And for a little bit, it looked like M'Baku gonna win. M'Baku ain't playing. He throwing them hands. But T'Challa's like, look, bruh, this is what I do. So he puts him down. He wins. He saves him mercy because the way this fight ends is either in death or surrender. So M'Baku surrenders, and T'Challa spares his life, and then T'Challa becomes king. And then you get to have the moment where he's receiving the Black Panther strength back, and he goes into the ancestral plane, and there he gets to talk to his father, and this ancestral plane is beautiful. It's purple beautifulness. It's just gorgeous. So he talks to his father, and this is another moment that got me a little teary-eyed. Like I didn't cry down the cheek, but I got teary-eyed when he was talking to his father, and he's like, Father, I don't know if I can do this. And his father didn't realize, well, at least from my perspective, his father thought he meant he couldn't be king. And he was like, son, haven't I taught you how to be a king? Haven't you been by my side the whole time I was king and watched me be a good king? He was like, no, father, I can do that. Or at least he didn't say this, what I felt he said. He didn't say that, but he said, no, father, I don't know if I could be without you. And I got emotional. He was like, oh, that was a moment. That was a beautiful little moment. That was a beautiful moment. Beautiful. I'm probably going to skip a couple more things because I'm going out of order and stuff. But yeah. So after that, T'Challa comes back. And then I think it's the museum scene when we first get introduced to Eric Killmonger, which Michael B. Jordan killed this. Like, everybody in the movie killed a lot of these roles. T'Challa did good. He didn't kill his role. He did good. Like, he's my Black Panther. I don't want anybody else being T'Challa. I don't want anybody. I don't. Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa. Nobody else can be T'Challa. Nobody else can be Black Panther. But he just was. He was good in this. Everybody else was amazing in this. So hopefully in the next movie, they let him shine more or give him more to shine with, because he was just good in this. Everybody else elevated this to amazing status. Except Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker didn't do a lot, but he did his Forrest Whitaker thing. So I can't even hate on that. But back to museum scene. They introduced to Killmonger. We get reintroduced to Claw, and then we realize that Claw is using his arm. So that was a little cool comic book moment, seeing Claw using his mechanical arm for the first time. You don't really see the full arm, but you see a little bit, knowing that he lost his arm in Age of Ultron. But Eric Killmonger, Michael B. Jordan in this scene, like, everybody likes Claw, and I forget the actor's name. He does Caesar, motion capture. He's good in this. I'm not gonna lie, he's good. He's funny. I hate that he died. I understand why they killed him, but I hate that he did die, because I would have liked him seeing other stuff. But Eric Killmonger is like one of the best villains I've seen in Marvel. Loki's still kind of at top, but Eric Killmonger's right there. Like, oh, why they kill my mans? But he was so good. But in this scene, he's like talking to the I don't know what the lady's name is, but he's talking to her, asking her about, artifacts in the museum. And she's like, this is this and this is that. He's like, what's this? And she's like, oh, this is the blah, blah, blah. He's like, nah, you wrong. That's from Wakanda. That's vibranium from Wakanda. You don't know what you got. I'm going to take it off your hands. Don't worry. And he was so smooth about it. And then when dudes came in, she called security. He poisoned her. Smoothly poisoned her. He was like, you need to pay attention to what you put in your body, but you watching me. Message. But so that was a cool little moment. That was a good scene. So then you go to where did they go? I don't know if it was Taiwan. Hit me in the comments. Let me know if it was Taiwan or where it was. But T'Challa, Nikita, and Kabe go to, I believe, Taiwan, looking for Claw. And this cool scene where you see, I forgot. So before that, when T'Challa comes back with Nikita and becomes king, they walk around Wakanda a little bit, and you see Wakanda. And I'm not gonna lie, just like in Thor, was it Thor 1 or Thor 2? Well, I didn't even watch Thor 2, but Thor 1, how Asgard was like kind of a character within itself. Wakanda is a character within itself, but better than that. Like, Wakanda is so rich and vibrant, and the people seem so interesting. Like, I want to just hang out there, just hang out with people, see what's going on, because Wakanda is amazing. It looks amazing. Like, it felt lived in, and it felt like a real city, which was really cool. But T'Challa and Nikita are walking around Wakanda, and you see some of the locals and a little bit of fashion there, and it looks cool. I'm not gonna lie, I want to go to Wakanda. But back to them going to Thailand. I still don't know where it is. Whatever. So they're in Thailand looking for Claw, and this is cool. I watched the behind the scenes or something like that where Ryan Coogler. I drew a blank on his name. I don't know why. Ryan Coogler discussed this scene, and he mentioned that T'Challa, Nikita, and Ukube, I can't say her name 100% probably. Ukube were wearing the African flag, the colors for the African flag. They were all wearing. T'Challa was black, Nikita was green, and Ukube was red, which was really cool. And this fight scene was good. There's a fight scene in like casino, and it's really good. And it's where that man, I'm not gonna lie, listen to the soundtrack, got teary-eyed too. Kendrick killed that soundtrack. Man, he did. Man, the soundtrack is awesome too. I mean, the music in the movie is good. The score in the movie is good. I don't know that dude's name that made the score, but he did a good job too. I'm not gonna take credit for him. He did a good job, but Kendrick did a great job too. But so they're in this casino looking for Claw, and they come up to, oh, what is this dude's name? I forgot dude's name. The agent dude. I forgot his name. Oh well, that dude. So they met him. T'Challa met him. He's like, "Hey, I'm looking for Claw. I'm looking for Claw too." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna take Claw back to Wakanda." He was like, "No, you can't take." He was like, "I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, I'm taking her back to Wakanda." That's the end of that. So Claw ends up coming, trying to sell dude the vibranium. That's why he was there. And then I don't know who. Oh, Okabe got made upstairs, and then she threw her wig off, which is a symbolism of black women not needing to straighten their hair and do all that crazy stuff, just natural hair, or just go bald. Black women are beautiful bald, I'm not gonna lie. But she threw her hair off in dude's face and then pulled out her staff, which I don't know where she was hiding the staff. That's that Wakanda tech. It's amazing. So she whooping butt. Nikita gets into the fight, and then T'Challa gets into the fight. And this is the first time you see Claw like use his arm gun cannon, which he said is it's a Wakanda digging tool that he modified. But you see the power in this now. He uses it and blasts at T'Challa, which is amazing. It's like super powerful. But Claw's, I don't know where to get that SoundCloud because ain't nobody heard, anybody linked it to me yet. But I do want to listen to that SoundCloud Claw was talking about. Somebody need to get on top of that. I'm pretty sure it's by now somebody done put some tracks out and put it under Claw's name. But this is when we get that big car scene, the car chase scene, which is it's good, but then it gets weird. Like, it's really good in the beginning and right up to the point where like the funny point where Nikita and Kambe car just gets disintegrated and she flies up. That was cool, but then it kind of just got weak after that. Like, I was like, oh. And then you see T'Challa, like, I seemed like he was about to kill Claw, which was weird. And then Akube was like, my king, too many people. Or she said something, I don't know their language. Oh, I'm slacking. I'm going to learn this language. I'm not going to learn it. But I'm going to learn the name of the language that Wakanda uses. I know it's not like Wakandese. That's just stupid. But she tells him, like, my king, too many eyes. So they end up taking Claw in. And of course, CSI, his name is on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the CSI agent's name. He's on the tip of my tongue. And y'all gonna be mad, but hit in the comments, let me know. I know y'all know it. But, so they're interrogating Claw, and they're trying to figure out how much he knows. But then Claw's like, bruh, you need to talk to T'Challa because y'all don't realize how much this man has. You don't realize the power he has. You don't realize the money he has. You don't realize how strong Wakanda is. And he's the CSI agent. He's like, oh, no, they're just a third world country. He's like, you kidding me, right? Because they got tech. They got tech and guns. You need to get on top of that. And, of course, that scene where Everest, what is it, Everest Jones? It's not Jones. I'm gonna get it before the end of this review. But he's talking to T'Challa, and he touches T'Challa, and Kobe was like, oh, she about to put some hands on her real quick. She was like, oh, he touch you again, I'm gonna have to hurt him. Like, that's a bodyguard. She ain't about no joke. She about business. All business. Don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. Ooh. But then, of course, Eric Killmonger finds out that Claw got captured, pinpointed his arm, has a tracker in it. They find him, blow up the building, get out there, escape. And this is when T'Challa sees a ring that's passed down through the royal family. And he's like, how is this man has a ring from our royal bloodline? So now he's getting suspicious about that. So they end up going back. Oh, Everest got shot. I'm going to just call him Everest because I'm pretty sure that's part of his name. I can't remember the rest of it. He got shot in the back. End up taking him to Wakanda to help heal him because they got the tech. And then we get to see Shuri. Oh, I forgot Shuri was in that car chase. She had that vibranium. She had a vibranium car, and then she had this digital vibranium tech that allowed her to control the car and drive. It was cool. It was cool tech. It was really cool tech. But after Everest got shot, went back to Wakanda. She's like, oh, another white boy for me to fix, just to drop a little hint that she's fixed Bucky, the Winter Soldier, who is probably going to go by White Wolf now. Yeah, I think he might go by White Wolf. So she kind of, it's just to bring this universe together, let you know, yeah, all these other things still happening here. But they're there, and then Daniel Kaluuya's character is like, hey, where's Claw? And he has to tell him, like, I messed up. And he's like, I thought you would be different than your father. You're just like your father. It's going to be the same kind of regime, which that's one thing about the story. They don't go in enough detail to let you know that a lot of people, or some people, seem to not like the old regime that T'Chaka had. They don't really go into it enough to make you understand that. They throw this little bit there, but it is what it is. So they end up helping Everest, fixing him, and then Eric Killmonger requests a moment with the king, or requests a right to the throne through challenge. And they're like, only person that can challenge is a member of the royal family. And he's like, oh, I am a royal family. He's like, hey, auntie, that's a killer line. I know somebody made a shirt, and then somebody else stole that shirt, and then made like graphic tees of that shirt. Y'all was wrong for that. Y'all need to give that man his money that he made the shirt and y'all stole it from. But hey, that was a good line. That was a cold line. Like, Eric Killmonger is a beast in this. Oh, he's a beast. But they finally settle it. It's like, hey, he does have the right to challenge for the throne. And he's like, well, it'll take weeks to get all the tribes together. He's like, I don't need all that. I just need him and me. That's all I need. So they end up going to they end up going to fight for the throne back to Warrior Falls. He gets the Panther blood stripped away again. And Eric Killmonger and T'Challa fight. And it's clear that T'Challa might not be a match for Eric. And T'Challa seems to be trying to get him, like, look, I understand what happened to your father. I can't do anything about that, but I can bring you into Wakanda and let you know this is your home, blah, blah. I was trying to tell him, like, just let's talk about this. And Eric Killmonger's like, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I'm trying to get this throne. They fight. It gets close where it could go either way, but of course we all know which way it's going to go. Eric Killmonger ends up throwing T'Challa off the Warrior Falls, and he becomes king. So Eric tells everybody, like, this is what we're going to do. For far too long, our people have been suffering, and we sitting up here with all this power. We're going to give these guns and this powerful tech out to our sleeper agents, and we're going to overtake the world. Like he said, I know what colonizers do. Oh, that was another line Shuri uses when Everest wakes up. He's like, oh, where am I? He's like, oh, don't scare me like that, colonizer. Somebody had to make that a meme. You know that's a meme or a shirt somewhere. Somebody get on that. But Eric Killmonger's like, this is how we're going to take over the world. We're going to help our people. And he mean business. Like, that's the thing about Eric Killmonger. I liked his character because it wasn't so bad he was an evil person. It was about where he grew up and how he was brought up and the situation he was brought up in. It wasn't him being just evil and wanted to destroy the world. He actually wanted to help his people. But in the environment he grew up in, it's only one way to survive, and that means you have to be the strongest to survive, and that's what he's doing. Like, yes, his way of doing it might not be the best way to lead. Yeah, not the best way to lead, because you make a lot more enemies that way. But I can't be upset with him wanting to empower his people. And that's where him and T'Challa differ. T'Challa wants to empower his people, but don't want to ruffle any feathers. He'll do whatever he needs to protect his people, but he's not going to just go all out war. Eric Killmonger feels a whole different way. War everywhere. Let's go. All day, every day. So, yeah. Two different ideologies. Both want similarly same goals, but go about it way differently. And that's where you have to pull away from, well, is it wrong to lead by force, or if it's better to lead by peace? And we've seen through the history, it goes up and down. The women in this movie are so strong, and different types of strong and loyal and just amazing. It's Marvel. That's why nobody else has. Well, I mean, Wonder Woman's a good movie, and they made a very strong character. But that's one type of woman. They've made like 4 different types of women in different ways and show different types of strength, which is amazing. And I didn't think I was going to see that when I saw this movie. It's amazing for not only for black people to see, but for women to see as well. Like, it's a powerful message in that. So when Eric Killmonger is getting the strength of the Black Panther, he goes into the spiritual realm and he gets to talk to his father. And his father is like, I should have brought you back to Wakanda sooner. I'm sorry for that. And he's like, no tears for me. He's like, it is what it is. Everyone dies. Showing us how hard his life has been for Eric. And you can tell his father is ashamed that this is the way his son turned out. And he wish he went a better route to make sure his son didn't turn out this way. But it also gives you a glimpse into the hurt that's in Eric Killmonger's heart and why he feels so betrayed and why he wants his people to be on top. And it's a moving scene. It's a very deep moving scene and a counter clock to T'Challa's scene with his father. You see what a father loves does and see what the lack of a father's love does to a child, and it's beautiful and sad all in the same time. So I got that. That's the third part I got emotional about. Nikita, Shuri, and Angela Bassett, because I forget her name, are walking to go to the ape tribe to try to get M'Baku, because Nikita stole a piece of the purple herb to give M'Baku so he can overthrow Eric Killmonger. And they find M'Baku, they talk to M'Baku, they try to offer him the herb, and he's like, well, did T'Challa lose? He's like, was the battle not fair? He's like, then why would I interfere with that? It's like, that's not my place to interfere. That was fair. It was by law. That's the way it works. But then he also lets him know that he has T'Challa. He's been keeping him alive. And they end up giving him the purple herb. T'Challa comes back. Oh, maybe that's when he talks. So this is when he talks to his father about Eric and finds out that he's his son and he left him, blah, blah. This is like, you shouldn't have did this. And like, that's not the kind of king I want to be. And this is when T'Challa changes his idea of how to protect Wakanda going further. Like, he realized that Wakanda needs not to hide from the country. Wakanda needs to help others and stuff. So he gets the power of the Black Panther back. He gets his costume back, his suit back, and they go to fight Eric Killmonger. The axe M'Kumbe, no, the axe I just blanked out on his name. M'Baku. They asked M'Baku to help, and he's like, look, and my man's his name is Winston Duncan. I know it's Winston something. He kills it as well. Like, he stole his scenes. Like, when he was on screen, captivating. He stole his scenes. Like, oh, he was chewing it up. Man, I can't wait to see him in some other stuff. Like, I hope he gets some more jobs, because he's a great actor. He did an awesome job in this as well. But he's like, hey, I am not gonna sacrifice my men to help you. And then Eric Killmonger and T'Challa fight in their suits. And it's not a great fight because it's real dark. There's few moments that are really cool, like up above when T'Challa fights that rhino. That was really cool. Like he took down that rhino and then did that concussion blast because the suit has this concussion thing where it gathers energy from being hit and then blows it out, which is really cool. That rhino fight was really cool with T'Challa. But the fight in the vibranium mines wasn't cool, but it was a weird moment where the first time I watched the movie, I didn't really pay attention to it, but it was two black men fighting in the Underground Railroad, and it's all kind of messages in that. That's just, oh my goodness. Like this movie has so many different messages, under messages. You gotta watch it a lot of times. It's mind blowing. But during the fight, T'Challa wins, stabs Eric Killmonger, and then T'Challa takes Eric Killmonger up to see the sunset in Wakanda for the first and last time. He's like, I wish kind of you could have seen Wakanda and the beauty in it. And he's like, what'd he say? Let me get this line right because it's a good line. He said, so they end up, the border tribe was fighting against them too. So they end up beating the border tribe, and Kube stops him. He's like, you wouldn't kill me. He was like, baby, for Wakanda, I'll kill you. For Wakanda, yes, I will kill you. Powerful moment for her. Just powerful. But they win. They end up getting the tech back. T'Challa becomes king again. And that's it in the movie. Yeah. I mean, you got your end credit scenes. One is they introduce Bucky as a white wolf, and he's all healed and mind control stuff out. The end credit scene is when T'Challa tells the UN like that Wakanda is going to offer help to the world and share their resources with the world. And of course, one dude's like, you're a third world country. What are you going to do? Help us learn how to farm? And he's like, shh, you just don't know, bruh. We got all that stuff. So, yeah. But that's my review. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what was your favorite part. Like I said, you know my favorite parts. I cried on them. But hit me in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite part. Also, you can hit me up on Twitter at BlackGeekCool. Hit me up on Instagram at GP at G. I put the Instagram link in there because I forgot it. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Always come back for more. I'm going to try to do more videos, get on top of this. But I guess I'll see you guys in the next one.